So before you launch JASP, what I've done is I've updated the version of the Silk dataset that's available on Moodle. So first of all, I want you to go to Moodle and go to the course page, go down to the folder Data and Lab Exercises, and just re-download that version of Silk 2017, save it in the folder that you've been using all along, overwrite it. This is the newest version. And what I've done here is I've gone through the dataset and I've added all the long form labels, and I've added all the value labels. So for the rest of your project, you don't need to adjust any of the value labels. You don't need to add any text labels to any of the variables. This data set is fully set up so that you can work with any variable you want. So click on this data set, download the file, save it somewhere, overwrite the previous version that you've been working with if you do have one saved on your computer, and only use this most recent version of the data set from now on. When you finished installing JASP, it will ask you if you want to open it. So if you haven't launched JASP at that stage, you can load it. And again, I'm just working on, I'm working from Windows here. If you're using a Mac, it'll look a little bit different, but the principle's the same. If you're trying to launch JASP, if you go down here to your programs list, you'll see it just available under here, under this JASP folder. And you can launch it by right-clicking on the JASP icon. Now, my view will look a little bit different to yours because I've already been working in JASP for the last couple of days, so some of my files are already in memory. So I'll show you what to do. So this is the JASP home screen. It's fairly straightforward, and again, nothing that we do in this is going to make this screen change that much. There's several options up here along the top, and these boxes, really just 2 or 3 of these boxes we're going to spend most of our time working with. To load some data, I want you to start first of all by clicking over here on this tab. And what that's going to open up is an option here to open, to adjust your preferences, and also to see some information about the version that you're running. So we're going to go up here first to open, and you'll see that my one has some recent files in memory, but your one probably won't. So just scroll down here to Computer, and then scroll to Browse. So from here, you just need to navigate to the folder that you've stored your data in. So my one is stored under let's see, Minute SO303, Data Lab. So you just need to scroll to click your way through to the folder where you stored the Silk 2017 dataset. When you find it, just click on it. You can double click on it or click on it once and click open. And then it will load the dataset. So again, this is almost identical to what you would have seen in Data View and SPSS. And again, nothing has really changed here. It's just loaded this large spreadsheet in the main screen. And again, it's arranged exactly the same as you would have seen in SPSS. Rows, cases in rows and variables in columns. And you'll notice up here that if you click anywhere, if you click on any one of these variable column headers, you'll be able to take a look at what the value labels are. So you'll see here for this one, the deprivation measure, one of the deprivation measures, we've got a label of 0 for no, 1 for yes. If we scroll over a little bit more, we've got our gender variable. And again, I'm just to activate this or to show this window, I'm just left clicking up here on the column header to see. So this is our gender one. This is a measure of whether someone has moved. And for some of the longer ones, like the NACE sector, we've got, you know, slightly longer, more complicated sets of labels. And so if you want to close this, then you can either click the X or you can click anywhere in the spreadsheet. And that's how you load and navigate through your data.